And welcome back to this fifth and most likely last work in progress video for the Tower of Babel. I have been working fairly hard with long hours spent on it. Some of that is in learning how some of the elements work, like the particle system for the falling leaves. But you can now see how I have progressed with the scene. I have broken it down into layers to see clearly the various components and steps taken in the final process. So here is the base landscape that I modelled in Unreal Engine. A main flat area with hills, dips and ridges surrounding it. I added mountains in the distance, some were actual 3D mountains and others just cutouts of distant mountains. They look a bit strange now, but as we add fog and change the camera angles, they look pretty good. Next was the trees. I would love to have added more, but I didn't want to overload the graphics card memory, so I had to choose specific areas where the trees would be seen. Water planes were added, one for the river and one for a little lake. Yes, the river doesn't continue on, but it is not seen in the final camera shots. Next comes all the 3D elements, like the tower, the walls of the city with the bridge crossing the river. Added to that the main buildings and the smaller towers and temples. Let's go a little closer to see the rest. So I added a road leading to the city with columns and statues of a god, more individual palm trees throughout the buildings. I could probably do with a few more. I actually added only two types of trees, palm trees and cedar trees, plus a few bushes here and there. Do you remember the market stalls I showed you in one of the previous posts? Well, here they are, laid out like a market. Other items include piles of bricks and carts. In an attempt to bring a bit more life, I added some plumes of chimney smoke to several of the buildings. Falling leaves from Unreal Engine's particle system helped to add a bit of life too. And lastly, for the town, I added a bit of dust blowing in the wind. I might have overdone it a tad. Up in the mountains for the first shot, I initially made the mountain pass, but it was quite plain with just the pass walls and a little path between them. By adding the Megascan's real-world scanned data meshes to the scene, it made it look a whole lot better. So all in all, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's have a look at the actual camera moves now with added details. So I'm almost ready to finalise. I think I need one or two more things just to make it look a little bit more complete. Of course, the thing I could really do with is people, but getting animated characters is a whole other level, and one that, as financial support increases, I hope to add at some point. So thanks again for watching, and if you feel inspired to help me do more scenes, then do think about supporting me financially by subscribing on my website, www.bible-scenes.com, and may God bless you all.